Welcome, punks, fools, and snits. This is the Punkery Show live from the worst city in the world, the city with only bitches. And only bitches play this city.
You're online,
Las
Roshan.
Venturas. Well, I only came here because it had more people. Alright, so that's how it be. That's number one. So, obviously, from last week, hopefully, the people of San Fierro enjoyed my unfinished toothbrush story. You know, it's pretty good. I might have another one. Another You Better Prepare segments at the end of the show. We'll see about time. There it is. Colgate, you're completely right. I talk shit about LB players, but yet advertise for LB players. That's how it be. That's how it be. So, yeah, this is the Punkery Show. So, Agent M, he came to me about a topic idea a few days ago.
Really? Agent M?
Yes, he did. Made a topic in the bitching section, and it was called Racism in CnR. And we've talked about this a little bit during the time here, and you know, since it is a topic of discussion on the forum, I decided, you know, why not bring it up?
I
Okay.
think you talked about it once already, no?
Yeah.
Something like that you came on CNR and you couldn't believe how people were like openly racist compared to some others.
Correct. I mean, you know, one thing I wanna get on, because there are some players from some European countries that play on the server, and you know, they posted that topic, and they talked about censorship. Now, they come from countries. Number one country that was literally eradicated like twice in the past 250 years, like eradicated. You know, like you know, Sigma One from Poland, and you know, obviously the Eastern Bloc. You know, former communist or socialist, blah blah. You can't talk about the government. So you know, that somehow translates to now in 2020 about censorship. Now, first of all, let me just get to this idea now. I used to be admin of a server called Mini Missions. It was owned by some Lithuanian dude.
How Smith?
No, not Kyle Smith. It was way before Kyle Smith. Owned by some Lithuanian dude. He at one time tried to ask me to find him a woman in the United States, and I'm like, listen, bitch, I can barely find a woman myself. How the fuck can I get you one? But he was pretty persistent about it, and I felt really weird. So I just wanted to disconnect the conversation. But that's beside the point. But
This dude was before 90 Days Fiance, man. He was literally like future reader.
well, hopefully one day he'll be on the show. If you see a guy from Lithuania, it could be him. That's besides the point. So he had a censorship thing on the server. Basically, if you put any curse word or said the word lag, maybe, or that was Crazy Bob's. Yeah, 1061 used to be lagging. Now it's I'm a noob. But if basically any curse word would be replaced by I love you. So if you said fucking, it would show in chat as I love you ing. So that was kind of stupid, and obviously I do not advocate for that type of censorship because that is stupid. But you know, I think these, I don't want to say the word morats, but I feel like these dudes are really kind of over exaggerating the censorship point. I also want to say that Sigma 1 also said no one gave a snit when people called Eastern European morats. Well, as Charlemagne the God would say, shut the fuck up forever. Because I think people are confusing race with ethnicity. And, you do this thing like most every Slav. Well, I guess I don't know what the word Borat's supposed to actually mean. We just have seemed to, you know, curtain it as Europeans. Not only, Europeans who are not from the UK or whatever. I don't remember. I don't really know, but we just use it interchangeably. But, let's just say, for example, like nearly every Slav is white, but not all whites are Slavs. So that's
Not
not
yet.
racist.
We will take over soon.
That might be. That might be. So, there are people that, are kind of confusing what is race and what's ethnicity now. I guess that topic got closed because of, I don't know, Albanian stuff or whatever. Well, number one, Albanian. I didn't really reread the topic for the show, but I'm not sure if that topic Music Box had got closed because of the Albanian weirdness. But even though Albanians look very unique, like they don't look like anybody else. Like if you look at some other country, like Albanians are very genetically unique looking. But number one, Albanian.
Kind of sounded wrong.
I don't know. It's a great thing. I think it's a great thing to look very unique. I mean, Polish people look very unique.
Would you date Albanian girl?
Sure. I have no issue with an Albanian grill. Now there are none on the server, so I wouldn't quite know. But
Imagine fucking up and getting 20 Albanian dudes on your ass.
well, listen, I will fight all those Albanians. Number one, if this is what that topic was about and why it got closed, Albanians are not a race. That's number one. Albanian is not a race, despite the fact that they look very distinct from other people. The only difference is that, as far as I can figure, they are the only people that I can figure out that are white dudes but are predominantly Muslim. Or whatever the word I'm trying to say is. So, whatever was about Albanians, they're not. That is not a race. So, I don't know where that really came from. Okay, that's number one. And I think Messed Up Cocksucker may have. Well, listen, I don't know, man. I don't know Bucks. When I look at Albanian players on the server, or when I look at Albanian people on TV, whatever, they don't look like Serbians. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I mean, they just have some distinct features, it feels like. But
Yeah. Their back of a head is flat.
I had to fill my head. I felt my head just now as if it was flat. But yeah, that's number one. Number two. All right, now I kind of, this kind of goes back to the old fag era of CnR, where CnR was probably the only server that I had ever been on that does not explicitly have no racism as a rule. And I kind of did wonder this in the beginning.
It kind of does. It kind of does, because I think one of the rules is like respect other players and admins or something
but
like
that's
that.
not an explicit, like you're not saying the exact
If you're racist, then obviously you're not respecting them. Hello?
I mean,
it's kind of implied.
It's implied, but it's not explicit. See, implicit and explicit are two different words. Like, implicit is, I don't remember what the word actually means, but, implicit can be, divulged from, or, whatever it is. But explicit means rule no racism. That's what explicit would be. So, I see you, Code Shadow. I see you, bro, with the American flag. But, that it's been...
Here.
It's been a weird thing, from the beginning. But as time has gone on, I remember one thing that Charlemagne the God said, is that he likes he likes overt racism. He likes when a cocksucker can show that they're racist, and in the end, you feel that, you see that, and it's like, okay, well, I don't gotta fuck with you no more, you know? As opposed to some dude who sees the rule and says, no racism. And it's like, oh, well, maybe I am, but I can't do any of that because I'll get kicked. And I don't want to get kicked. So they end up hiding their true selves, and maybe you become friends with them or whatever, and you end up seeing that they're a cocksucker, and it's like, oh shit! All this time I thought this dude was a good dude, and he turned out to be a cocksucker, you know? You kind of, in my opinion, would rather want the overtness than the covertness. And I guess that was probably what Crazy Bob was thinking, like he was, I mean, but it would kind of go the other way once, I think the words he said was, oh, well, if you want to show everybody that you are an idiot, well, go ahead. But then again, most of the people on this server are idiots. So
Well, the thing is that Bob probably thought that most people here are smart and decent people, you know, and he was like, okay, people are gonna ostracize this stupid person anyway, you know. He's just gonna make himself look bigger idiot because other people gonna realize that he's idiot, but it's not really like that, you know. I mean,
no, it's definitely not.
most people are pretty, I don't know.
Pretty dummy.
I wouldn't say they're stupid or something, but more things are allowed on the internet than in real life. I just think like because this people can be like hide behind the name or something, you know, they say a lot of shit that they wouldn't necessarily say in real life. It's not like they're dumb or mean or something like that. I don't think like people are mean on purpose or whatever. It's just that they don't watch their mouth the same way they would in real life, I guess.
Yeah, it's true, you know. But another thing is that there aren't many people on the server that are actually racist. Like, even in the past, they're just memeing. That's what it is.
I mean, it's just like when people fight, they just throw offense at each other, and like this is like the first thing you can find, you know, fuck your mother and oops, sorry, or things like that, you know. But it's like I don't think like they're actually like racist that in their real life they think like black people are less worthy or, you know, lesser or whatever. Just think it's like in spur of a moment or anger or whatever. It's like insult.
Spur of moments, that kind of thing. I mean, either that.
It's not like I'm trying to. It's not like I'm trying to excuse it. You know, it's still wrong. But I'm just thinking that mostly people probably don't have that strong feelings against people other race. I hope so, at least. I mean.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, there are many people that can't have a strong opinion about people that they may have never met. So that's the type of thing about it. But I think there is
Muesli people. I eat muesli. What the? Oh, dumb shit.
Yeah, 14 years old. But yeah, you know, because I remember putting Donkey today on Marius a few weeks ago for this same thing, and when I look at it, it's like he's memeing. He doesn't know any context of anything he's saying, and he's memeing.
Well, look at Bustakot. I mean, he's always like PMing me like you the loving whore, blah 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 blah. You know, and he gets banned, he gets unbanned, he gets banned, he gets unbanned, and he never learns anything. Like he's still like talking shit in chat, and he's never gonna change. I guess I don't know. Maybe when he's 18 and he drops balls and starts to think the other way, but I don't know.
It may take some time after that, but that's really how it be, you know. But one thing I do agree with is the names. You know, that's people come on the server with, like that cocksucker. What's his name? Yeah, him with the 5,000 and all that. See, once in a while I do randomly find him because see, Metalface came on the show and he was like, "Listen, I ain't messing around, whether or not it's the term of endearment N-word or the derogatory. We ain't messing with that. We checking these white boys out here, But so that's one way of doing it.
I just don't really like. I understand that like racist things happen in chat maybe, and there's like a bit more tolerance on this server than on the others towards it. But one thing I do not understand is like people that are regular players who have like openly racist names. Like I'm just gonna say like Nigger 5000 or whatever his name is. I think he has like 20k score or something. Like how did they how did I don't know admins let him go past score 1000 and not notice, or like sometimes like some admins will kick people and they will be like kick reason, like pick a better name or something. But how this dude didn't get like kicked or like alerted or something to change his name, like I
Yeah, I don't know how he got past the threshold, but there are times where I do randomly find that dude and that he gets mad and quits. So if you
I
got
mean
if you got something like that, you're gonna have a name tax, all right? So when you go on the server and you got that type of name, you have to pay money in order to keep on playing. You know what I mean? So that dude has to pay a $1.5 million fine every time that he is seen, and that's how he stays on the server. That's how it be. So, yeah,
yeah, like black players should collect tax, I
exactly.
guess,
You know,
on idiots like that.
and Belarus, the Maple
I
Syrup Star.
mean, gay people collect gay tax on me as well, so I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Geet tax. I used to give those out, $500.
Gee?
Yeah, but that's how it be. I think I would mainly agree with the, if it gets halfway excessive, then it's got to get shut down. I don't really care about these views on censorship. Obviously, you're not gonna. My idea of censorship is don't censor chat. You know, but if it is excessive or some dickhead comes in with a stupid name that is, I guess, new by now, or if they're existing, yet fine. But some of these Borats' views of censorship are very old, and they're from the times that Stalin was alive, and I do not align with the Stalinization version of censorship that you're trying to talk about. Because
Stalin was a professional compared to Adolf. Just saying.
yeah, he was, but he was so mad that he died of a heart attack, whatever the fuck it was. So that's how it be.
I,
So
I just I just kind of don't like it. Like people in how to say, like, because of the situation that's happening right now, people are more sensitive to some things than they would normally be, and I think that's wrong as well. Kind of, it's like, I don't know. Someone posted, I think it was John or someone today in Discord chat, that like certain movies that were displaying like how black people had it hard or whatever, like they're getting removed from Netflix because people are too sensitive, and like some cartoons even that display like cops or whatever, they are being taken down, and you're thinking like, why is that necessary? Like why we this is like some scary road we're going down to, because this is too much of censorship, if you ask me. Because like it wouldn't have happened otherwise, but because what happened to George, it's like people are going too crazy about it. Like I think that movie, like that I don't know who posted. I think it was John. I think that movie actually was like one of the first movies. I think the black actor got like Oscar or something as well. So it's kind of contra productive or whatever to remove movies
Yeah,
like that. You know?
it is because in order to learn from situations like that, those situations have to be seen. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
and also like I feel like, no offense, but I also felt like the point of the music box topic on forum, which was like to show the most stupid people or whatever quotes of the people or whatever. The point of the topic was never like, okay, show the most racist quote or whatever, but Sarah just kind of took it a little bit too seriously, I guess. I don't know. That topic didn't need to get ruined like that, and I just did because I don't know, recent events or something.
yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. Because, because
Hello,
some
mama.
dude, some dude at work, he was like, "Yo, tell me this. Everybody join the cause now that George Floyd got killed. Where was they at before? Where was they at before? They're just now jumping on now. It's good that they're on now, but they should have been on before. You know, and it's shouldn't take a full video of him getting kneed on for people to figure out or finally figure out that this snit has been happening for a very long
And
time."
I don't know really, like I don't even know what they are gonna achieve, if anything. Feels like people are just gonna riot and steal shit for like 2 weeks, and then they're gonna riot for 2 more weeks, and then in 2 months time everything is gonna go back as it was and nothing will change, and this shit will continue as it always does. Because I think there was a case in New York as well, like a few years ago, where a dude got kneed and he also died, and people were rioting then for a little. It was like less than now, but in grand scale of things, like not much happened.
Yeah, no, a lot of things happen, and a lot of things, there's a lot of uproar, and then all of a sudden that goes back to snits. And,
Yeah.
hopefully this does not happen like that, but that may be the case.
So
So,
what did you personally feel when you came on the server for the first time? Did you get offended by it, or did you adapt to it pretty quickly, or how was it?
well, I was a 14-year-old dude who had never really experienced that before. So, I thought it was quite crazy, but as
Why
I.
did you stay?
Huh?
Why did you stay if it's like toxic environment?
Because the server seemed fun. The server itself, not the people, but the server itself, was fun despite having 5 FPS. So, yeah, I didn't leave CnR the first time because of the people. It was a factor. It was a factor, but it was because it was unplayable for me. So, when I went to mini missions, which had more normal rules, it was a lot better. So
Do you
that's
think it should be changed? I mean, it's kind of late now, I guess, but like, would you prefer it to be different? Yeah.
uh, well, it probably is too late, but people, if they see things in chat that are crazy and stupid, well, they can do with it as they see it, But there are different things that some people do not relate with, and you know, just like with the fucking censorship thing, which obviously explicit censorship is not good, in my opinion. Who wants their chat to be converted into "I love you"? But I think you know,
Like all the DMers would be throwing I love yous at each other.
exactly. I mean, it would be. We just dealt with it, you know, because you know that mid dude, the Lithuanian dude, was a bit odd, but still, that's how it be. That's how it be, and people get taxed. That's what it is. All right, I'm gonna take a break here. We'll come back, and not sure what else is on the docket. I really don't want to tell the You Better Be Weird story, but that may be coming. But either way, this is the Punkery Show. Hey, welcome back, punks. Welcome back to the Punkery Show. Sean and Kesh here, obviously. So,
And Vega.
Vega he
Yeah.
just dropped in. He's got VIP listening skills, but so lately I've had Houdinis happen. Okay, I don't
What
know.
is Houdini's?
Magic tricks happen. I didn't want
Oh,
to happen. You, so a few days ago, I came in at nights. I wanted to sit back, relax, and listen to some snit, or watch some snit. And of course, I do it with wireless earbuds. You know, a lot of people are
wow, flexing on me.
they hate some wireless earbuds, blah blah blah. You know, but I just feel like wired earbuds are way too constricting. All right, because I remember using them with my laptop, and I just slap them off my ears. And if you slap them off your ears enough times, well, guess what? They may fuck up. So, you know, after a while, I was like, you know what? I gotta get myself some wireless earbuds, because that is what is better. So came in,
Don't you lose them though?
and that's what we're getting to. That's what we're getting to. So came in 2 nights ago. Came in relatively early, so I was like, damn, got more time to fuck around and all this snits. I pick up my earbuds, go to put them on, I take a look, and one of the earpieces on the earbuds is gone. So, I don't know how this happened. So, I go around and basically tear up the entire room trying to find the earpiece. Look under the bed, that's the logical place that it would be, because the charger thing is on the floor. Don't see it. I end up cleaning, not cleaning, but half-ass cleaning this fucking place to try to find the missing earbud. Under the bed right now was spotless. It had a lot of, snit. A lot of snit under the bed, but now the other side of my bed is now clean and serene, almost.
You're one of those people who keeps like everything under the bed, all the trash and shit.
All of your disappointments.
What?
Yes, I used to. Actually, yeah, I did. As of 2 nights ago, I did keep a lot of snit under the bed.
I don't have anything under my bed. Anything. Not even like.
Well, you know,
I don't know. If I would put it there, then I would just like forget it's there. You know. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there were some things that were under the bed for like 4 years. So, that's how it be. But now, the other side of the bed is clean and serene, cocksucker. Okay?
Oh, did you find it? The earpiece?
Well, I didn't find it at that time. I was pretty mad because I
Found it. Did you find it? Was it in your ear the entire time?
No, it was not in my ear the entire time. But
that's what happens with me with glasses. You know, I'm like,
where
the fuck are my glasses? I can't find them. I'm walking up and down the house like 100 times, and then I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, okay, I'm dumb. Or like happens with the phone sometimes as well. You know, I get scared. Oh, holy shit! Where did I put my phone? You know, I must have like misplaced it and I lost it. And I'm literally like googling shit, you know, on my phone where I lost my phone. Nah, but seriously, sometimes shit like that happens. It's stupid, but
thing does happen to me.
But I don't have wireless earphones, so.
No, of course not.
I do, as long as you don't spend more than $60.
Yeah, I think that's probably the sweet spot. The ones I bought last year were 60, and then I looked at Amazon again. It went down to 40. Not bad. Good deal. Good deal. But yeah. So I didn't find it that night. I had to use some snitty ass Beats earbuds that the earpieces don't stay in my ears, and they just fall out sometimes. Which is
Do you have big ears?
well, my ears themselves are pretty small, but I guess I don't know how my ear holes are. I can't compare ear holes. I have no idea.
Ear holes.
Yeah, yeah. But the next morning, so I tried to take a look again because I basically have thought or I don't know what the word is, but I've basically figured out that they're not on the floor. So, I mean, if they're not on the floor, where could they be? So, I bought a laptop case for my sister's old laptop last week, and hers was on top of my laptop, so I took both up for whatever reason and put them on the bed. And then I went on the bed and I dropped my laptop, because GG. So, when I dropped my laptop, the earbud piece was on the ground. And I'm thinking, why would it be next to my laptop for? I didn't put it near there. I don't see why it would be there. When I went to charge it, it wasn't gone. So, Houdini cocksucker. And the second time was actually today. Alright. Made breakfast. Come upstairs. I was trying to carry my plate. Trying to carry my tea and carry my water at the same time, which is pretty.
You had tea and water, you cocksucker.
Well, the thing about it is that I take some supplements, all right, some vitamins, all right. I've gone up from the gummies because the gummies kinda don't got snit. You know?
Don't you go out in the sun to get your vitamins?
Listen, okay. Oh.
What vitamin do you need anyway? D?
My vitamin D level is fine. Alright, my vitamin D level is fine, but this supplement does not really give that much vitamin D. For like 25-50%, so it's not big. But I gotta take 2 capsules of the vitamins, right? So, you know, I've got tea and water because, you know, you gotta have the backup. So I've gotta take 2, which is, you know, a tall order. So I try to take it with the tea, and if I don't swallow it with the tea, well, guess what? I got the water backup. You know, you gotta do it all at once. So that's why.
You're one of those pussy boys who cannot swallow a pill.
Listen, Kesh, I am not a woman. I know you can swallow better than I can.
Are you drinking the whole cup with one gulp or something? Like.
Well, you know, sometimes it may take that long. But that's besides the point. So I try to pick all those snits.
All you gotta do is take one babby sip and just look up, dude.
I literally dumped a dude because he was unable to swallow pills. It got me so mad.
Oh.
It was like, this pussy boy is making a huge deal out of swallowing like a pill, you know? Like, imagine having kids with him or something. Like, how could he deal with anything in real life if he can't fucking swallow the pill and makes whole mess out of it? And
I can picture that, you dumping someone because they can't swallow as good as you.
No, man, it's like, holy shit.
I know.
It's just like instant beta, you know? Not alpha, dude.
You know, listen, some people can't swallow as well as you. It's just how it be. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. So, I was carrying all this snit up, and I dropped my fork. So I heard the fork drop in the hallway. So then, as I put the snit down and all this, I go back to that same hallway and try to find the fork. And I can't find the fork.
You
So
have ghosts around your house.
maybe. So I'm like, all right. So when I have my glasses on, I don't think my eyesight's that bad, but I put my glasses on and go through the same hallway. Can't find the fork. And then I get my phone, and cause the blinds are down or something. I don't know why I didn't put the blinds up. I get the flashlight because I was using the flashlight a lot, trying to find the wireless earbud piece. Take that out, can't find the fork. So I'm like, fuck this shit, I'll find it later. I get another fork. So then,
And then someone stabs themselves on it. Like, imagine, like, your sister, like, walking the whole middle of the night going for a pee-pee or something, and she stabs herself with a fork on it.
well, forks aren't that sharp. But either
Oh,
way,
no. Hey, have you ever stepped on Lego in your life?
yeah.
Yeah, Lego is not that sharp, right?
Well, listen, those, when you go in for, not massages, but whatever those things are, and they put that bowl on your back. It's probably a
No.
massage place, but they put that little bowl on your back, and it sucks in some of the skin into the little bowl. That's probably just like that, but smaller.
I
But
don't know what sort of massages you're visiting, but
I don't know. I actually don't know. But so I look on the bed after I finish eating, and there you go. The fork was on the bed, even though I'm pretty sure it dropped in the hallway. So
Your sister probably did that to troll you.
she probably stabbed herself in the foot, and she was like, "Damn it, Rashawn, I'm gonna stab you too. Put it on your bed so she would know you go sleep in your bed, and you would stab yourself."
I mean, it's tough to say because I'm pretty sure, like, when I noticed it was gone, she went to the bathroom. So I don't know how she could have done that. But
I actually
yeah.
killed myself once, almost. I was like doing something on my PC, and I threw a screwdriver in my bed. And then I was tired or something. I like just threw myself on bed like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I almost impaled myself on the screwdriver.
Rip in peace. That reminds me of this time in 3rd grade. I was in 3rd grade, little babby, 7 years old, something like that. There was this dude who was trying to prank. I'm pretty sure I said this before, but he had a pencil, right?
Yeah.
He had a pencil and he stuck it in the air, like, you put it on the ground and stick the pencil in the air, so the top's in the air. Because some other dude was, I don't know, he was doing something, but he basically would, like, drop his ass at high velocity onto the ground. I don't remember why I was doing that. So,
American schools.
yeah, so the dude, he put the pencil on the ground and stuck it in the air. Unbeknownst to the guy who was about to drop his ass at high velocity onto the ground, he dropped his ass at high velocity onto the ground, and he landed on the pencil. And the top of the pencil, like, those pencils, the regular wooden pencils with the eraser. And
I don't know if I want to hear the rest of the story.
But basically that dislodged from the pencil, and it could have went up his ass. I don't know if it went up his ass, but he was screaming and hollering. So, I was sitting there like, oh, it's going to be funny. And,
Florida man found new fetish.
well, no new finish for him because it was pretty painful, it seemed like. So, he landed on the pencil with his ass, and the steel part came off, and that is dead. He had to be taken
Airlifted
to
to the hospital.
Imagine explaining to the nurse that you slammed your ass onto a pencil.
I bet that's how people explain it, when they're taken to the surgery and they have like cucumber up their ass. It's like, I swear God, like I just sat down in the kitchen and the cucumber was on the.
Yeah, I remember Fudgy one time told me, I was still a babby at this point, but I remember Fudgy told me one time that she knew of a case of some dude who had their cell phone up their ass, and I was like, why'd they be doing that? And she was like, well, the phone vibrates in their
Exactly.
ass, and you know, obviously the you know,
I mean, it can't be a smartphone. It has to be a flip phone in
yeah,
that
I
yeah,
case.
it's
mean,
definitely a flip phone, yeah.
I mean, probably like he didn't push it too deep so he can recharge it, you know?
Ass power to recharge the phone, but yeah, obviously, for you dudes that know, you know, when you turn 40, your doctor is going to put their finger up the ass and they're gonna check your prostate. And your
I mean,
prostate is somewhere up near the corner of your ass. So the guy with the phone in his ass was trying to stimulate his prostate. So yeah, that's what some people do. That's how it be. That's how it be.
yep.
Uh,
Wait, how did we get from earphones to this? I don't know.
I don't know. I actually don't know. But you were saying something about your earbuds fucking up. Yep, so
Yeah,
your,
I mean,
your
like,
earphones, whatever it is, fucking up.
I usually like don't I don't like usually buy the cheapest shit when it comes to headphones, but still mine like either I'm like the unluckiest person. I think like in few past shows I've been telling like how my sister ruins every headphones she gets in her hands or her hands on. But mine lasted pretty long. Like I had AKG headphones, like the not like earphones, you know, but like proper headphones. They lasted me like for probably 5 years or something. Mm, but you know, like sometimes they fall, sometimes I bump them into something, whatever. It's been like 6 years, so they have done their, you know, they have served me pretty good time. So my my earphone, I guess, on the right side stopped working, you know, so it only works on one side. And I was like, what the hell, you know, whatever. I still have the other ones, which I bought like a little bit before Christmas for myself as a Christmas present. And I was like, whatever, the old ones aren't in warranty anymore, so I won't be sending them back because I will spend more on the postage than what it's worth, you know, to get them fixed. Because you can like it's considered to be pretty good brand, and even if they're not under warranty anymore, they used to do repairs. At least I don't know if they still do because the brand was Austrian, then they got taken over by some American company, and everything went to shit, pretty much. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna repair them because it ain't worth it. You know, I'm not gonna send them back, and I still have new ones. And that was like on Friday or something. The old ones died on me. And then comes Sunday, and I'm home at my parents, and my right side also dies on the new ones. Exactly the
Oh,
same side on the new model. I'm like, how unlucky is this? Like, how can like they serve like the old ones serve me 6 years, nothing happens, you know, and then both of them die within like 3 4 days, you know. So basically, I'm like from two headphones down to zero
oh, and
in few days, and the new ones still have warranty on them, but those cocks, like I said, those Americans who took over the company, they are just pretty much like fucking with
nuts.
me, you know. Like I sent a request for warranty, like to return them or whatever. They take like 2 days to answer me, and you know what they answer me? Oh, I see you have problems with your headphones. You hit like American support. Let me allow you. Allow us 2 days to wire you with European support or something. I'm like,
Oh,
what? You need 4 days just to answer me, like to forward the mail? Like, where can I get this job? Like, for real, because I would like to work somewhere that, like, you can scratch your balls for 4 days, do absolutely fucking shit, you know, and get paid. So,
unreal.
I'm pretty mad, and even though, like, that was my go to brand, like, for a really long time, I'm probably not going back to them. because when you get automated message and you get like hello, welcome from GBL or something, because one of their brands is GBL and they have like multi brands now under their name, and you don't even have GBL earphones or something, you're like, yeah, fuck you. Like it's just auto generated. It's like you instantly get feeling, okay, this is gonna be a hassle. So I don't know. Now right now I'm on some cheap headphones, so I can do a radio show. I just bought some cheaper ones for like $10, and yeah, I hope I get it fixed.
Yeah, that's how it be. Some things just break, and even backups for in your case do not work. So dead is dead.
I mean, I don't even like, I didn't even do anything with them. I would understand if I like bashed them anywhere or whatever, but they like literally earphones and they didn't like drop them in the water. I didn't like sleep on them. I didn't stretch them. I didn't let the cat play with them, or I just like really don't understand how they stopped working.
It was probably the same ghost. The same ghost played with
Yeah,
your
the
earphones,
ghost.
and it fucked it up. That's how it be. Some things just break down, and
My sister also had so she had like Samsung Galaxy or something, and she dropped it in a toilet seat. So she needs new phone now. But the funny thing is that like I had Galaxy before and it was pretty good at swimming. Let me tell you. Like I was cleaning somewhere. I was cleaning some shelves or something at home or at the company or somewhere. I'm like listening at the music. And I'm listening and I'm like, why is this wire wet? And I look down and my like phone is floating on top of the water in the like in like I don't know how it's called, like in a not basket, whatever it's called, I don't know.
bucket.
Like, bucket, yeah. Bucket of water. And nothing happened to it, like nothing at all. And then I was discussing this story with my sister, and she was also, yeah, like the old Galaxy I had, I also got it swimming a few times and nothing happened, when I was listening to the music. And now it fell into toilet seat and it died. And then I was thinking, probably it saved it, that we were listening to the music whilst it happened, because I'm pretty sure, like, if maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid, but probably, the headphone plugged in the audio jack, probably saved it, because water didn't have that much, I don't know, space to go through or whatever.
Oh yeah, I have no idea because I've never dropped anything into water as far as I can remember.
So if she only had been listening to this radio show or watching Roshan's videos on YouTube, right, then she could have saved the phone, but no.
Yeah, the phone has to be active. Actually really doing something. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Never.
She decided to buy Xiaomi. What are those phones, like Redmi Note something Pro, whatever? Are those phones good? Like, I don't know. Does anyone have it?
Xadia?
I think Buddy has it. No, like Xiaomi.
I have never heard of it.
Redmi Note or whatever.
I have never
I
heard
don't know.
of it. That sounds like
Do
some
you have
Asian brand.
iPhone?
Do I have iPhone? No, I have an Android. I have a LG something Android.
LG?
LG, yes, LG.
What?
Yeah,
What
LG.
sort of phones do they even have?
I have a Samsung S8.
Yeah, I think Cyberg has a Samsung some crap. He takes pictures and the watermark is in the corner. Nice brag, cocksucker. But yeah, that's really
Okay, so
yeah.
Books has it. Okay, so it's not like trash. Good.
I have no idea, but yeah, kids, do not submerge your phone into water. That's not a very good idea because it'll get fucked. But yeah, it's how it be. Make sure you guys.
Where's the Weir story?
The Weir story? We'll save the Weir story for next time, okay?
No,
Because
I came to the show early to hear this Weir story.
Okay. All right. All right, fine. I'll
Yeah,
tell
I'm
her.
being ghosted by
No,
some
no, no.
for third day now, as it is. So I'm not gonna get ghosted by your story.
Okay, it's fine. Since I didn't finish the toothbrush story, obviously, I'll tell the other weird story now. I'm pretty sure Bega has heard this before, and some of the other dudes, because I remember when Rankray used to always tell me to retell it, and it was kind of weird. So back in school, I used to have three roommates. You know, not literally roommates. We had our own room, but we shared the same area. So there's this dude. You know, he is ethnically Polish. Nothing to do with anything, but first generation, I guess, like me. And he came to me one day. He came in my room, closed the door, and was like, "Did you see this thing? It's kind of round. It might have been on the floor. Blah blah." And I'm like, "No, I've never seen anything like that." And he's like,
Brush?
"Hmm?
Electric toothbrush.
No. I don't think that it was definitely not." But he told me basically, if you find it, tell me where it is, and don't touch it. And
The fuck?
I was like, all right, if I see it, I'll tell you. And that was it for then. So later on, he had found it, blah blah, and then I came to the front of his room, and another dude was there as well, and he was like, "Hey guys, do you want to see my butt plug?" And the other dude was like, "No, we don't." And he was like, "I'm gonna show you my butt plug." So he brought it out, and he, against our wills, I mean, I kind of thought it was a little funny because the dude didn't want to see it. But he came out, he showed us his butt plug. It was,
Was his or like for his girlfriend or some shit?
it was for himself. It was for him. Uh, so it was,
I do not miss this story.
No.
so,
Um,
and
Did you
he,
share the room? Like literally share the room? You never
no, we
noticed?
had our own rooms. We had our own rooms. But we shared like the same general area, but we all had our own separate rooms. But he he came out, he showed us the butt plug. It was clear. It was cylindrical or something. It was probably as okay, I'm not gonna keep this about it because that would be a bit
Too
more.
bad it didn't have diamonds on it or something like they have. Good
No,
worth.
definitely not. Definitely not. But this dude just came out and he just showed us his butt plug. And that's all I remember. It basically was just a bunch of,
How
why are you showing us this? And all this other crap, And he was like, oh, yeah, he was like, sometimes you just can't do it the normal way, You just gotta, and for that, you gotta have a butt plug. So, yeah, that is the You Better Be Weird story. The time that some dude showed us his butt plug.
So I don't have roommates and I live alone. So just one.
Yeah. Make sure, people, if you, you know,
You still call him?
huh?
You still call him? I mean,
No.
do you still have contact with the dude from the high school or college or university or whatever it was?
I can probably find his number, but no, I have not talked to him in quite a while. But that's not the reason why. But yeah, there you go. That's the story of some dude who lost his butt plug and recovered it and showed it to me and one other person. So, but that more of the story
I'm
is,
losing their
guys.
stuff. You're losing your earplugs. I'm losing my whatever fork. You're losing your forks, and this dude is just
He
next level.
lost his butt plug. Yep, that's next level. Right there. So, guys, if you got anything weird, it's fine, but don't lose it. And if you find it, definitely do not show other people. So, yeah, that's how it be. That is the Better Be Weird story of the week. And that's it, Punkery Show.
Have any interviews coming up?
I still have not messaged Jen yet, but we'll see about that, Yeah, yeah, we'll see about if I message Jen. But there you go. Action-packed show, obviously, and that'll do it for the Punkery Show. For Cash and Bacon, this is Rashawn.
Don't be racist.
Don't be racist. Don't lose your earbuds, and don't lose your butt plugs. This is it.